Tibetan Review, 20th of February 2024, Bhutan remains silent while China builds more new settlements in the disputed region bordering Tibet. As part of her all-out war, China has illegally annexed Tibet, another land that belongs to Bhutan. China's ongoing construction and expansion of new villages in disputed occupied Tibetan border territory has caused controversy, which Bhutan has so far downplayed. However, India, Bhutan's closest ally, is closely monitoring developments as there have been hints that the two sides are close to settling, according to scmp.com on February 19. The contested border area with Chinese-occupied Tibet is approximately 495 square kilometers, 191 square miles, and runs along Bhutan's northern and western borders. Furthermore, a reserve region in eastern Bhutan was recently claimed by China. According to the study, at least 3 settlements have been established in the hilly area dividing the two nations, some of which have doubled in size recently. The study, which quoted Chinese Communist Party officials, claimed that while the construction of the new communities and, in particular, their quick spread started as a plan to reduce poverty, they now serve a dual national security purpose. Although Bhutan has minimized the difficulty these settlements have caused thus far, the report stated that India, Bhutan's closest ally, is closely monitoring developments in the disputed border areas. Although Bhutan and China do not have formal diplomatic ties, they have engaged in boundary negotiations since 1984 and have made significant headway toward resolving some territorial disputes. They decided in 1998 not to alter the boundaries status quo unilaterally. Following China's post-pandemic reopening, negotiations accelerated, and in their 13th expert group conference in Beijing last August, Chinese and Bhutanese authorities established a joint technical team to draw the border. And 7 years after they last met in 2016, the foreign ministries of the two nations assembled for their 25th round of formal border talks in October 2023. In March of last year, the Belgian newspaper La Libre was informed by the then Prime Minister Lotte Tshering that the villages were not constructed on Bhutanese territory and that his administration had chosen not to make a big deal out of them. Additionally, he stated that the two nations were getting close to finishing their 3-step roadmap to settle the conflict, which included drawing a line on paper, visiting the delimited area, and officially announcing the agreed-upon boundary. Although commerce and investment from India are vital to Bhutan, the research stated that since 2007, when both nations committed to a more independent voice for Bhutan in its external affairs, New Delhi has not controlled Thimphu's foreign policy. Nevertheless, the story quoted an editorial published in October 2023 in the Hindu newspaper, saying that New Delhi has been very wary about a potential border deal and official diplomatic ties between Beijing and Thimphu. The border county of Lashag, Tibetan, Lodrag, has already announced intentions in its 2023 annual report to expand further 2 of the new border settlements, Gyalapug and Tamalong, into towns, the article stated, even as officials continue to hold border negotiations. Meanwhile, 18 new Chinese villagers waited to move into their newly constructed homes in a remote Himalayan community. According to the story, each person was holding a recently framed photo of China's President Xi Jinping, which was so big that it only showed their heads and lower limbs. A vibrant red banner with writing in Tibetan and Chinese was behind them. According to the story, which cited the Tibet Federation of Industry and Commerce's WeChat account, on December 28, they were the first group of individuals to move into the newly expanded Tamalong village. There were 38 households in the Tibetan metropolis of Shigatse. According to reports, China constructed one of the 3 villages inside the disputed area. According to the research, border villages rapidly expanded last year under the direction of local administrations in the Tibet Autonomous Region, with Tamalong's size tripling in the second half of 2023. 7 days before the homeowners move in, US-based Maxar Technologies captured satellite footage showing 147 new homes. According to accounts in the local media, the village extension was planned to house 235 households on top of the 200 residents who were residing in just 70 dwellings at the end of 2022. Chinese officials have reportedly stated that although the settlements served as citadels to bolster national security, they were also a part of China's state-led initiative to reduce poverty and improve living circumstances. Citing its 2023 funding report on poverty alleviation, the newspaper stated that Lashag, Tibetan, Lodrag, County of Shannon, Loka, Prefecture, which oversees Tamalong, has invested an estimated 26 million yuan, $3.6 million over 6 months on infrastructure for the community. Another border settlement, Yalapug, to the east of Tamalong, doubled in size the previous year after being cleared of over 16 square kilometers, 10 square miles, to make room for over 150 homes. According to satellite images included in the investigation, the new residences are situated close to a Communist Party community center that has a small library and other amenities, as well as an existing 4-row housing complex. When Yalapug opened its doors in 2007, it had just 2 houses and no electricity or water. According to the study, it was transformed into a model village between 2016 and 2018 as part of Xi's Moderate Prosperity Initiative to reduce poverty. By the end of 2021, Xi's deadline for the party's centennial aim of reducing poverty in the nation, more than 620 border moderate prosperity villages had been constructed, according to People's Daily, the mouthpiece of the Chinese Communist Party. Furthermore, state media and local authorities have claimed that the party's highest levels support the village's dual purpose of defending the border and offering contemporary homes. The core of the village strategy, according to Zhao Dianwu, the secretary of the Lashag County Party, was Xi's ideology regarding border government and stabilizing Tibet, as he allegedly told his officials in 2020. During his first parliamentary session as party head in 2013, Xi brought up Tibet's significance in national security. According to construction tender records, the Development and Reform Commission of Lashag County tendered for a large portion of the road and house construction in the disputed border zone. Among them was a paved road that connected the two communities in the hilly area, spanning 22 kilometers, 14 miles. The study also mentioned dozens of other residences constructed along the road, none of which could be connected to any hamlet on the official list of administrative divisions published by the Chinese government. Furthermore, through their aid funds for Tibet, the China National Cereals, Oils, and Foodstuffs Corporation, other provincial governments, and state-owned businesses under the central government supported a few of the projects. Incentives have been made available to entice individuals outside the area to reside in these new border settlements. According to the article, which cited its budget papers, the Tibetan government provided up to 12,800 yuan, $1,780 as a financial inducement to people living in other parts of the territory to relocate to the border area last year. Furthermore, the municipal government of Shannon has declared that to boost the strength of the defense force and expedite the deep cooperation between the military and civilians, it will launch a trial program for professional border residents. According to accounts from state media, village leaders and immigration police were already on the lookout for illegal immigrants. They were frequently seen flying Chinese flags and writing inscriptions and images on rocks and tree trunks, including the letters for China and the flag. The necessity of collaboration between the party, the government, the police, and civilians to secure the border, strengthen frontline patrols, and ensure that no one can get in and no one can get out was emphasized by Lashag County in its 2023 annual report.